Tonight on News 5 Live, murder in the culture capital. Darren Delacoin-Taylor is executed. Another deadly shooting in Sand Creek District claims the life of Roy Burgess. 3 persons are dead in separate road traffic accidents. The High Court rules in favor of the Registrar of Credit Unions. And Boots' recall petition is rejected. These stories and more coming up on News 5 Live.
For 19 years, SMART has been the pulse of our nation. A journey of growth, innovation, resilience, and unity.
From the first call that bridged distances to the data that brought us closer than ever, SMART has been there, weaving threads of connection across our beautiful land.
We have been active in providing innovative solutions to enhance our customers' lifestyles. Over the years, SMART has developed and provided various services to meet customers' needs.
To the dreamers, doers, and the believers, thank you for making SMART a part of your story. For 19 years of trust, loyalty, partnership, and shared experiences.
As we celebrate 19 years of connecting lives and dreams, let's keep the rhythm alive. Together, let's continue to shape our future one connection at a time.
Come and be a part of the SMART family, where we empower you and our country today, tomorrow, and beyond.
SMART, bringing people together.
Prepare for the heat and stay cool with a Reamer Gree air conditioning unit from Benny's. Choose the right BTU unit size for your bedroom or living room and enjoy complete comfort. You can also save money with an inverter unit that is energy efficient. When the heat is on, stay cool and comfortable with an affordable, dependable AC unit from Ream or Gree. Available at Benny's. Quality and savings.
13,835,700 eggs are eaten by tourists each year, fueling our thriving economy. Tourism means business.
Discover a shopping experience like no other at the V Department Store. They carry a vast array of products at unbeatable prices. Elevate your shopping journey with affordability, diversity, and accessibility at the V. Conveniently located at 1745 Coney Drive in Belize City.
This newscast is brought to you by the Belize Bank Limited. Our country, your bank.
Good evening and welcome to News 5 Live for Monday, April 15th. I am Sabrina Daly. Tonight, a businessman from Dangriga is party to a few court matters over business transactions and have detained several persons. They're still looking for the suspect who pulled the trigger on Darren Taylor. The 43-year-old co-worker of A&D's car rental collapsed and died at his Oak Street residence moments after he was shot. News 5's Marian Ali went on that story and filed this report.
43-year-old Darren Taylor, also known as Dalacoin, was gunned down at 44 Oak Street in Dangriga. On Saturday night around 7:30, Taylor was here on his veranda talking to a friend when his killer approached them from the back of the yard. But at the sight of the gun, the friend ran off. But Taylor could not flee and was shot in the upper body. News 5 understands that he was waiting on the veranda for his common-law wife to arrive with the house keys when he was ambushed. Today, ACP Gilberto Romero said that police are looking for one suspect.
On Saturday, 13th of April, police responded to a shooting at Oak Street, Dangriga, where upon arrival they found the motionless body of Darren Taylor, 43 years, with several gunshot injuries. Information that he was at the veranda of his house when a male person came and fired shots towards him. He was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead on arrival. We are seeking one suspect in regards to this murder.
One of the bullets struck Taylor's SUV that was parked in the yard. His family has declined comment, but a few off-camera reports that we have picked up about Taylor suggest that he has had some conflicts over land and money issues. ACP Romero spoke to this.
He had several matters in the courts as well as outside of the courts that he was dealing with, so we're looking at all of those. All information we have it is over business dealings. That is the information we are following up on.
Police have detained several persons, but they do not believe they have the gunman at this point. Meanwhile, Dangriga Mayor Robert Mariano is concerned over the fact that the community has been visited by gun violence once again.
All I want to say at this time is that I, along with the council, condemn any form of violent as such, like murder and so on, within our community here in Dangriga. What we need to do in our community is to find ways to deal with our issues whenever the issue arises. But that is all I can say for now in relation to that shooting, because I do not have the facts. Dangriga is a very peaceful community, and I want to ask the people of Dangriga to let us remain that way, to be as peaceful as we can, and to continue to be law-abiding citizens.
Taylor was reportedly co-owner of A&D Car Rentals and several other properties in Dangriga. Reporting for News 5, I'm Marion Ali.
In another act of gun violence in southern Belize, a Placencia resident was murdered this weekend while sitting inside his vehicle. Reports are that on Sunday, 32-year-old Roy Burgess was giving a ride to an acquaintance, 26-year-old Maya James, when the two were approached by a male individual who proceeded to fire several shots in their direction, resulting in the death of Burgess and injury to James. Here's News 5's Brittany Gordon with the full report.
In the early hours of Sunday morning, April 14th, Roy Burgess pulled off to the side of mile 22 on the Placencia Road near the Finca Beach Villa entrance, preparing to drop off his friend Maya James, when the two were approached by a gunman who opened fire on them. James suffered an injury to her face and was taken to the hospital where she is still receiving treatment. Unfortunately, Burgess succumbed to his injury. Assistant Commissioner of Police Gilberto Romero provided us with some more details.
On Sunday, the 14th day of April 2024, police responded to a shooting incident at Placencia. Upon arrival, they saw the motionless body of a male person, later identified as Roy Burgess, with gunshot injuries. And Maya James, 26 years, was seen with a gunshot injury to the face. Maya James was taken for medical treatment and is presently recovering. Roy Burgess was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead on arrival. Information is that both of them were in a vehicle in the area when the person came and fired several shots towards the direction, causing the fatal injuries to Roy Burgess and the injury to James. We are seeking one suspect in regards to this murder investigation.
According to Romero, police believe that this incident was due to a domestic dispute. However, they noted that Burgess does not have any prior domestic reports that they were aware of. At this time, they are seeking one male suspect. The incident occurred near the entrance to Finca Beach Villa, where a friend of Burgess, Andrea Miksic, resides. She said that she had been socializing with friends at the time of the shooting.
Well, I was getting ready to go to bed. We were playing dominoes up here by the sea on my porch, and we heard what sounded like, I heard one gunshot, but somebody else here thought there were three.
And what happened immediately following hearing the gunshots?
Oh, we weren't sure it was a gunshot, and we thought maybe somebody was messing around, or like we weren't that concerned right away. And then we saw some cars up there, and when we went to check, it was a crime scene.
So
I didn't know it was Roy.
So reports are saying that he was dropping someone off in this area. Did you know that he was coming around? Were you expecting him?
No, not at all. I heard he had been at the point.
Miksic said that Burgess's sudden death was shocking, as she did not know him to be involved in any trouble.
He was a really nice guy. I mean, I didn't know him well enough to know if he had any bad history or anything, but I hadn't heard about anything. And you know the way people talk here, if there was something going on, there would have been rumors about it. But yeah, he was a really nice guy. I never knew him to be involved in anything like shady, or he gave me rides a few times.
Brittany Gordon for News 5.
Joseph Anthony Camp, who late last week claimed that the police had shot his brother-in-law and then denied him medical attention, pleaded guilty to spreading false news today, after the police department alleges that Camp's claim was totally untrue. The 39-year-old American national was fined $600 when he appeared in court. He is the brother-in-law of 18-year-old Jalen Jones, who was shot by police on April 10th. That night, Camp went live on Facebook and alleged that Jones was shot by police and was being denied medical access. And while during that post, he indicated that he intended to sue the police department for violating Jones's rights, he appeared today with attorney Sharon Pitts to face his charge. Camp pleaded guilty, and Pitts, in mitigation, pleaded to the court, seeking mercy for Camp, who she said did not waste the court's time by pleading guilty at the onset, that Camp is a first-time offender with no previous convictions, and that prior to this incident, he was a law-abiding citizen who has donated to a basketball tournament and has assisted with donation to a hospital in Belize. She also argued that the charge for which he was before the court was a misdemeanor. Camp must pay the $600 fine plus a $5 cost of court by June 28th, or he will spend 3 months imprisonment. Coming up, 2 dead in fatal road traffic accident near Jacintoville.
unwrap the joy of crystal clear picture and sound from Aiwa, the brand that offers you affordability and exceptional quality. Aiwa has a wide range of exceptional products to choose from, such as TVs, speakers, headphones, home appliances, and much more at affordable prices that won't break the bank. Enhance your audio-visual entertainment experience with Aiwa, and for your convenience, parts are readily available in country for hassle-free maintenance. You can find Aiwa products at your local electronics store countrywide. Choose Aiwa, the best in home entertainment and household appliances.
At The Oasis, we believe in the art of celebration. Our exquisite range of wines adds a touch of elegance to every celebration. Elevate your sports night with the finest spirits from The Oasis. Savor the victory with every sip. Love, laughter, and the perfect blend. Whether it's a romantic evening or a casual get-together, our spirits set the mood. The Oasis is your destination for all occasions. Visit us today and discover a world of taste, quality, and elegance. The Oasis, where every bottle tells a story.
Well, sir, I really did go through some stress with my barber. This man here, they push my hairline way back to the 90s. Sure. People, they call me BB Buck Farid now.
So I got a problem, right? I just do this photo shoot, and I want the best photo shoot. But somebody don't want me to post it up. I just tired of this, man.
And I want to tell her to catch me on my way. I stopped at the shop and tell the lady I want $5 tacos. You could imagine when you give me? No. Paper.
What's your problem?
Honestly, life good for me over here. I just upgraded to the DigiOne Elite. I have unlimited postpaid plans, DigiTV, free home phone, and the fastest home internet.
I going to upgrade mines now.
At the Belize Earth Day, a Creatively Green pop-up happening at the Memorial Park on Saturday, April 20th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Shop from a wide selection of eco-friendly boots like Sol handmade clay jewelry, Hello Body Belize, Naturally Belize Cosmetics, Belize Eco Bag, Zero Belize, and so much more. Enjoy delectable food and beverages from Don Ceviche, Iguana Stop, Brain Freeze Margaritas, just to name a few. Live performances by QB and Band, Britney Starr, and Yes Talia. For more details, call us at 227-2420. The Belize Earth Day Pop-Up is brought to you by the Belize Tourism Board in partnership with the Belize City Council. Sponsors include DigiWallet, Coca-Cola, and the Belize Waste Control Limited. See you on April 20th at the Memorial Park.
A fatal road traffic accident claimed the lives of 2 persons in southern Belize on Sunday. The deadly collision happened in Toledo District near the Jacintoville Junction, where 2 vehicles, including a pickup truck, crashed head-on along the southern highway. The massive impact of the collision left Kelvin Selgado and Yofeni Benguche with mortal injuries. According to the driver of the pickup, the vehicle driven by Kelvin Selgado veered into his lane, causing the accident. Assistant Commissioner of Police Alberto Romero provided additional details.
Okay, on Sunday, the 14th of April 2024, police responded to a fatal road traffic accident at the Jacintoville Bridge in the Toledo District. Upon arrival, they saw a Chevy Equinox vehicle and a Chevy Silverado pickup extensively damaged. Persons were taken to the hospital for treatment. Police made checks at the hospital where Kevin Selgado and Yofani Bengoche were pronounced dead. An investigation is being carried out into this fatal RTA. Information is that the Silverado was being driven by Danny Edwards, and he reported that whilst crossing the bridge, the other vehicle entered his lane, causing the accident.
Is there any indication that alcohol, low visibility, or vehicle malfunction may have caused it?
We do not know at this time. Tests will be done, and the investigation will reveal that thereafter.
Also this past weekend, an accident involving a pickup truck and a motorcycle took place near mile 40 along the George Price Highway. It claimed the life of Joel Tech, who was riding the motorcycle. According to police, the driver of the vehicle lost control and slammed into Tech, causing his fatal injuries.
Okay, police visited an area near Harmonyville, where they saw a Dodge Ram pickup and a motorcycle extensive damage. Police visited the hospital where Joel Tech was found, and he was pronounced dead on arrival. Information that he was on a motorcycle when he collided with the Dodge Ram pickup. The driver of that pickup was identified as Roy Williams. He has since been arrested and charged for manslaughter by negligence, causing death by careless conduct, and drove motor vehicle without due care and attention.
Do you know the circumstances of the accident?
The pickup, apparently the driver lost some control and entered the lane and crashed into the motorcycle.
A police officer has been charged and placed on interdiction after he allegedly shoved his wife out of a moving vehicle over the weekend. Arnoldo Ical and Rosa Ball were traveling along the Southern Highway when they got into an altercation. During the heated argument, Ical reportedly shoved his wife out of the vehicle, causing her injuries.
On Saturday, the 13th of April 2024, Rosa Ball reported that she had a domestic dispute with her husband, Arnaldo Ical. They got into a vehicle at some point along the highway. Arnaldo Ical pushed her out of the vehicle, and after he had punched her in the vehicle, an investigation was carried out. Arnaldo Ical has since been arrested and charged for the crimes of harm and threatening words.
Okay, and he'll be placed on interdiction?
That is correct.
After the break, High Court dismisses application by St. Francis Xavier Credit Union Board. But first, here's a weather update with data from the Belize Met Service.
precision-engineered and sustainably made tire change your world? A tire that gives you strength and safety when you need it most.
What we learn on the track, we innovate
For the road, bringing next-level quality and reliability to every drive. At GT, we believe our tires can deeply improve the driving experience for each and every one of us, whatever our goals. Enjoy driving. GT Tire.
Here you go, babe.
Thanks, babe. How did it go? Good?
It was good.
Gal, I think it'll get hot out there.
Think I should go close the window.
Don't let this happen to you. At Design Depot, we have Oran windows, exactly what you need to weather any storm and keep you safe. With Oran, you get strength, durability, and security. Oran features a strong double latch that closes securely, all at an affordable price only at Design Depot. With Oran, you'll always be safe.
WestTrack Limited is committed to working hard every day to ensure you get the right products at the most affordable price. We strive to have the greatest selection of quality, affordable, and timely products and services that will enhance your personal or corporate lives. With an extensive line of products, we'll be sure to have what you need. For even faster service, you can contact us on Facebook, WhatsApp, or by email. We look forward to seeing you come through our doors at your nearest WestTrack branch today.
For 19 years, SMART has been the pulse of our nation. A journey of growth, innovation, resilience, and unity.
From the first call that bridged distances to the data that brought us closer than ever, SMART has been there, weaving threads of connection across our beautiful land.
We have been active in providing innovative solutions to enhance our customers' lifestyles. Over the years, SMART has developed and provided various services to meet customers' needs.
To the dreamers, doers, and the believers, thank you for making SMART a part of your story. For 19 years of trust, loyalty, partnership, and shared experiences.
As we celebrate 19 years of connecting lives and dreams, let's keep the rhythm alive. Together, let's continue to shape our future one connection at a time.
Come and be a part of the SMART family, where we empower you and our country today, tomorrow, and beyond.
SMART, bringing people together.
Life is full of precious moments worth cherishing, moments that shape our present and lay the foundation for our future. But amidst life's beautiful tapestry, there are uncertainties we must confront. How do we secure today while protecting tomorrow? Introducing RF&G Life Insurance, your partner in safeguarding what matters most. With a RF&G Life Insurance plan, you can ensure financial security for your loved ones, providing them with a safety net for the future. From identifying and recommending plans suitable for your unique needs to expert advice every step of the way, RF&G Life Insurance is committed to protecting your family's legacy. Choose RF&G Life Insurance for peace of mind you can rely on. RF&G Life Insurance, securing today, protecting tomorrow. Your life, your legacy.
Every day, we access energy for cooling, lighting, and powering our electrical appliances and devices at work and at home. During cooler months, we rely less on cooling appliances such as fans and air conditioners. However, During warmer months, as the temperature and humidity rises, we use more energy to cool our spaces, and our appliances and electrical devices work harder than they do during the rest of the year. When the months become hotter, let's all practice energy conservation. Here are a few changes that you can make to manage your energy use. Check that all appliances and electrical devices are working efficiently. Turn lights off when not in the room. Unplug chargers, appliances when not in use. Turn off fans and TVs. Use energy-saving light bulbs such as LEDs. And look for the Energy Star products when purchasing appliances and electrical devices. These easy changes can reduce energy use and costs. You can also monitor your energy use during the month by reading your meter and calculating the reading using BEL's bill calculator on our mobile app or by visiting our website. Let's all save energy.
La formación del Centro Neurológico del Hospital Galenia es que esas enfermedades que son altamente complejas y que muchos de nuestros pacientes tenían que emigrar hacia otra parte de la República u otra parte de México, ahora puedan ser atendidos aquí.
La atención quirúrgica en el centro neurológico se forma dentro de un grupo multidisciplinario que incluye tanto neurólogos, médicos internistas, ortopedistas, neurocirujanos, pediatras. Y este esfuerzo que se ha realizado para conjuntar todos los especialistas es para siempre brindar al paciente un abordaje multidisciplinario y transversal.
Evidentemente, mientras más rápido podamos llegar al diagnóstico de los pacientes, más rápido podemos tratarlos, resolverlos y por ende mejor resultado vamos a tener al final. Entonces creo que la prioridad y el fundamento principal de un proyecto como este es justamente eso, que no se pierda tiempo de forma innecesaria para poder al final del día llegar al mejor de los resultados con un tratamiento completo, integral y oportuno.
Y las visiones desde diferentes perspectivas nos permiten tener pues el mejor tratamiento y la mejor opción para el paciente.
Tenemos la capacidad técnica, operativa, profesional y la infraestructura de poder establecer una atención neurológica de alta calidad.
An application for judicial review of the appointment of an administrator at St. Francis Xavier Credit Union Limited, filed on behalf of the Board of Directors and General Manager, has been dismissed by the High Court. Earlier today, Justice Martha Alexander handed down a decision in the matter that was lodged in the senior courts of Belize in April of 2023. Executives of the lending institution have been at odds with the Registrar of Credit Unions since a decision was taken last year to assign a manager to oversee the day-to-day operations of SFXCU. They then sought a declaration from the court that the decision of the Registrar of Credit Unions was unlawful and that the appointment be quashed. In refusing to consider the claimant's request, Justice Alexander made several determinations, as explained by Senior Counsel Andrew Marshallek.
As you're aware, there was a challenge to the appointment of a receiver. I keep saying receiver, it's actually an administrator by the Registrar of Credit Unions over the St. Francis Xavier Credit Union. That was done because he had expressed the view that given certain administrative and other problems, the stability of the credit union was at risk, and he thought that he needed to appoint an administrator to take over management and to put matters right in order to safeguard the interests of members of the credit union. That decision was challenged on a number of bases, most of which failed. The decision this morning, first off, the judge confirmed that Section 61(1), which is what of the Credit Union Act, which empowers the registrar to appoint an administrator, does not require that there be liquidity or financial problems before the appointment is made. And it's when you think about it, a common sense approach, because even before there are liquidity or financial problems, the registrar should be able to intervene in order to prevent the liquidity or financial problems. That's a part of his function, a part of his role. So where he sees that things are being managed in such a way that they're heading down the wrong path, he can intervene to set them right. So the section was interpreted by the court to allow for that there are three separate limbs or basis on which the registrar can intervene to appoint an administrator. The first of which is that there are liquidity problems. Second of which, other financial problems. And then a third, more general, is administrative or other problems that jeopardizes the stability of the credit union. And it was on that third limb that the registrar acted in this case. And the court also went on to find that the appointment was reasonable, having regard to the investigative reports, examinations, and other correspondence that was before the court, that the registrar was perfectly entitled in those circumstances to invoke Section 61(1) to appoint an administrator.
According to Attorney Marshall-Eck, of the 10 issues that were put forward in the application for judicial review, the claimants were only successful in having quashed a fine of $2,000 that was levied against the credit union. The High Court ruled that the decision by the Registrar of Credit Unions to fine SFXCU was ultra-vires and illegal.
In this type of case, an administrator, the registrar, had seen certain activity and he decided that he would impose an administrative penalty. And the ruling in that case, he had imposed a $2,000 penalty for the failure to provide proof that certain steps he had ordered to be taken by a particular time. They held that that imposition of that administrative penalty was outside the scope of the act. So the requirements of the section which allows for the imposition of administrative penalties were not satisfied in that instance.
With the application for judicial review being largely dismissed by the High Court, what's next in respect of that matter in terms of the legal aspect of it?
Well, like any other decision at the High Court is subject to appeal. As to whether they will or not, that's for them. That's their right to pursue it if they wish. But there were some, by my count, 10 issues decided, and 1 was decided in their favor. 9 went against. And I had listed to you the first 4. I can quickly give you the others. The court also held that there was no breach of natural justice because the fact of consultation and because the appointment of the board, officers and managers of the credit union was automatically suspended when the administrator was appointed. It's not that an independent decision was made to relieve the board and these officers of their duties. That was an automatic consequence of the appointment of the administrator, and there had been consultations as required by the Act with the League before the appointment of the administrator was made.
An attempt by former Port Loyola area representative Anthony Boots Martinez to unseat his successor in that constituency via recall referendum has been rejected. In a letter to Martinez from the Office of the Governor General, he was informed that the accepted number of signatures did not meet the requisite 30% of registered electors in Port Loyola. Of the 4,950 registered voters, only 1,389 signatures were approved. That is the equivalent of a little over 28% of the total registered voters. This afternoon, Martinez spoke with reporters ahead of a press conference on Wednesday.
I received this letter. It is dated the 26th, but I received this letter the 27th with the details. Also, too, I got a detail of the breakdown that was given to me of the people whose signature mismatched. And so immediately I went to work because, like what I say, I maintain, and I still maintain, if the 1,500 signature was submitted, the room for error in that was just 45 signatures should be rejected because of the 1,500 signature. I procured 97% personally. Nobody carry one paper to you and bring it back to me. I procured that. The journey was long but not hard, and so from this date here, this letter was copied to the Prime Minister and Gilroy Usher. But you see what really happened, I understand everything. See, Big Mouth Mr. Boots never make no noise about it. I gone and get the legal advice from Senior Counsel Mr. Barrow and Dickie Bradley as to what is the remedy for this.
Do you feel that you have been done an injustice, or these people, these petitioners, have been done an injustice?
Do I feel? I know that they have been done an injustice.
Why?
Apart from that, when you sign, you know, the last part of this letter from the Chief Elections Officer to the Governor General, remind, under Clause 2, I also wish to report to you, Your Excellency, that it is an offense under Section 9 of the Recall Petition Elected Representative Act Revised Edition 2020 for a person to forge a signature on a recall petition or to willingly sign the petition more than once. So you rub it in a people's face.
According to Martinez, if the Elections and Boundaries Department were unsure of the signatures that were garnered, checks could have been made by the registering officers to validate the signatures that were presented.
I don't know if Elections and Boundaries may believe that at the end of the day, by not following the law, in my view, that you couldn't challenge what they did. And to date now, we have gotten over 120 signed affidavits by the people who signed the petition. And one next thing I need to point out, nothing in the law, the short title, remains the same. Signature or sign includes any mark or thumb impression, and nothing in the law stuck. Elections and Boundaries to verify only nothing in the law even speaks to that the signature must be verified by what you have in record. Yes, I believe that could help tremendously, but the law speaks about verification because you have the capability. You have the registration officer, and the registration officer who knows the constituency and know the people in the constituency. Hell, man, if you figure or you believe that both things under the law, you have a right to protect the people against forgery. If you believe that boy, Mr. Boots or anybody, got people is signing petition and then people not sign, there is penalty for that, man.
When we return, MOHW investigates allegation of neglect at Northern Regional Hospital.
Hey Belize! Come join us at the Belize Earth Day, a creatively green pop-up happening at the Memorial Park on Saturday, April 20th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Shop from a wide selection of eco-friendly boots like Sol Handmade Clay Jewelry, Hello Body Belize, Naturally Belize Cosmetics, Belize Eco Bag, Zero Belize, and so much more. Enjoy delectable food and beverages from Don Ceviche, Iguana Stop, Brain Freeze Margaritas, just to name a few. Live performances by QB and Band, Britney Starr, and Yes Talia. For more details, call us at 227-2420. The Belize Earth Day Pop-Up is brought to you by the Belize Tourism Board in partnership with the Belize City Council. Sponsors include DigiWallet, Coca-Cola, and the Belize Waste Control Limited. See you on April 20th at the Memorial Park.
My name is Leomar Langzert and I'm a teacher and I bank with Belize Bank Independence Branch. What I enjoy is the safety features that the app offers. I have a sense of not having to worry or be concerned about somebody finding my password and username to sign in the application because of the use of the one-time password. And another feature that I love, that I use the most, is how the app synchronizes with my fingerprint on my device. I enjoy the rapid and easy, seamless process to apply for loans through the Belize Bank, and I don't have to be having too much back and forth to visit or take time to visit the bank. They also start to offer the online applications through the app for loan applications, which I believe is very neat. I would definitely recommend Belize Bank to other teachers because one of all the features and advantages that the app offer, with these online that Belize Bank offer, is basically everything that you can do in the palm of your hand. So I would definitely recommend the bank to other teachers.
Almost a year ago, Colonel Hyde told the nation there would be an examination of land instruments regarding allegations of fraud surrounding the execution-style murder of businessman Ricardo Borja.
We are looking at all the instruments inside our ministry, all the instruments that may have involved participation from this deceased, and to see whether we uncover anything. That investigation or that examination. We don't want to call it investigation because police does investigation.
Hyde still has not reported back to the nation on any findings, leading us to conclude no such examination ever took place. Now, another execution-style murder, which has just occurred in Dangriga, is once again being attributed to land fraud at the Ministry of Natural Resources. The unprecedented corruption and criminality inside the Lands Department is costing lives, and as the minister in charge, Colonel Hyde needs to do something about it. Or are we to conclude that he is okay with it?
A family claiming that they were denied care at the Northern Regional Hospital shared a video on social media that went viral. In the video, the person behind the camera is heard saying that someone was suffering from heart pain and that care was being refused because other patients were being attended to. Under the impression that it was an emergency, the individual also said that the patient was dying because of the pain. The video prompted a release from the Ministry of Health and Wellness condemning any behavior that compromises patient care and safety. Today, Dr. Jorge Polanco was at the Northern Regional Hospital investigating the incident. News 5's Paul Lopez reports.
The Ministry of Health and Wellness is investigating reports of patient neglect at the Northern Regional Hospital. One family alleges that a loved one was taken to the hospital for treatment after she began suffering from heart pain. The family member further asserts that the healthcare providers at the facility refused to help. Other patients were reportedly pleading with the hospital staff to assist the woman. That did not work, and the woman decided to bring public attention to the incident. Here is the video that she made public.
Muy buenas noches, señores. Como ustedes pueden ver, estamos en el hospital de Orange Walk. La señora se está muriendo de dolor, de corazón. La acaban de operar y no la quieren atender. ¿Qué ustedes piensan de esto? Todos los pacientes que estamos aquí estamos pidiendo que ayuden a la señora y simplemente dicen que no la van a atender porque tienen otros pacientes el cual no están haciendo nada. Señores, ¿qué ustedes piensan de esto? La señora se está muriendo de dolor, de corazón.
We spoke with Dr. Jorge Polanco, the Director of Hospital Services, who was at the Northern Regional Hospital today investigating the complaint. Dr. Polanco met with the hospital staff that was on duty at the time. Here is what he told us.
She had had a surgery during that day, which was considered a minor surgery at the back. Minor in the sense that it was even done with local anesthesia. So the surgery was completed and she went home. However, around 8 o'clock, she returned with pain. In reality, it was not an issue of the heart. It was an issue of the wound that was done, of the surgery that was done earlier before, and she was having pain. However, the issue of she not being attended to really is not the way it was depicted in the video. That person was seen at 8:20 during the night before the video was taken. She was seen by a nurse, and then when the nurse observed the overall clinical condition, she was told to wait a few minutes and then they would return to her. Because at the same time, the doctors working were dealing with 2 other emergencies in the trauma room, and the nurses were there also busy. At 8:24, which was 4 minutes afterwards, the nurse came out and called in the patient for her to be evaluated, not knowing that the video had already been taken. Even the doctors nor the nurses knew that video had been taken until afterwards, many minutes afterwards. So the patient was seen, as I'm telling you, at 8:24, and I'm claiming this because that time when it was recorded in our what we call our health information system, automatically it documents the time where the entry was made.
According to Dr. Polanco, the patient was seen by a doctor and given 2 injections to alleviate her symptoms. He further stated that the doctor who performed the surgery on her requested an x-ray to be done the following day. He says that the x-ray returned normal.
People would post concerns in regards to long waiting times at the hospital. We went in depth as to the long waiting times, and there is some degree of truth in many cases. However, I must say that when people would wait long, it's not because they would not have been assessed. Some of those patients who claim they have been waiting long is maybe they would be at the outpatient section, perhaps waited 1 hour, 2 hours. They were then seen by a medical officer who would say, you know what, you need to go to the emergency room. At that point, they would go to the emergency room, and they would be seen, but they would be adding all those hours that they would have waited elsewhere. And vice versa, it happens when the outpatient setting is overflowing with patients. Some would, on their own, go to the accident and emergency room. But if the issue is not an emergency, they would be told, just wait a little minute while we finish with other emergency cases. So these are situations that form the context of these complaints in regards to waiting times. Also, we looked into the communication approach. We emphasize to our staff that everybody should be patient-centered. Everything should be revolving around the patient. So everything that is done, everything that is said, it should have some impact on the patient. And at the same time, the patient should be aware as to why he or she is being told to wait, as to why he or she is given a prescription or whatever. And many times the communication skills are not the best. So this is something that we are cognizant, and efforts have been done, especially here at the Northern Regional Hospital also, where exposures to trainings on communication skills has been given.
Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.
1 month after the passing of former city administrator Stephanie Lindo Garbutt, the Belize City Council has appointed Albert Vaughn as its new city administrator. There has been much speculation over the past few weeks about who the council would select to fill this influential position. A release from the council notes that the decision follows the recommendations of the interview committee. It says that Vaughn, quote, brings a wealth of experience to his new role, having served diligently in various capacities on both the national and municipal levels. Having previously served as a dedicated member of the council for 6 years, Mr. Vaughn is quite familiar with the workings of the city. His experience within the municipal sphere uniquely positions him to understand the challenges and opportunities facing Belize City, end quote. We spoke with Vaughn today about his new role.
I am excited to hit the ground, running and continue serving the Belize City Council in my new capacity as the city administrator. I believe my experience in both the public and private sector have really equipped me with the insight necessary to tackle the challenges and opportunity that lies ahead. I am certainly ready to collaborate with Mayor Bernard Wagner and the entire council team to deliver on the manifesto promises and meet the needs of our residents of Belize City. I thank the council for having confidence in me. I thank the team that has selected me to do this job, and I promise that I will do my utmost best to bring the city to the standard that the mayor and the council desire.
The municipal elections are history, and the projects that the winning city and town councils had campaigned on are expected to be rolled out over the next 3 years. In Dangriga, one such initiative is already coming to fruition. And today, Mayor Robert Mariano shared with us that they've been able to construct a bandstand near the seaside that residents will be able to access free of cost, complete with barbecue facilities for family picnics. Mariano says that the location in the Wahima Beach area precedes other infrastructure projects in Dangriga.
We are building a bandstand, and the bandstand is completed. The next phase is to do painting and other decoration, put in electricity and so on. So we're expecting that project to complete by the end of this month. Also, we have already started working on the different parks. And so I'm hopeful that by the end of this month, all the parks will be touched as well. I went around and did physical checks on our parks and noticed that it is not well painted. Some of the chairs are broken and so on. And so I have directed the personnel in charge of works to ensure that what needs to be repaired, and what needs to be repainted, let's repaint them. But we will need to put some brightness in our town. And so we'll be working because we need to make Dangriga more child-friendly. And that is the reason why the next phase now is to complete the different parks. And then since we are in the dry, we're also looking at doing some new streets around Dangriga as well.
After months of preparation and training, the Miss Universe 2024 pageant was held over the weekend. On Saturday, 29-year-old Halima Hoy competed against 8 other women to take home the crown and ultimately succeeded. Today we spoke to Hoy, who told us about her amazing journey. Here's News 5's Brittany Gordon with that story.
The new Miss Universe Belize 2024 is Halima.
On Saturday, 29-year-old Halima Hoy took the stage at the Miss Universe Belize 2024 pageant and walked away with the crown. We spoke with Hoy today, who told us what the final moment before her name was announced as the winner was like.
For a second, it was totally blank. You know, you hear William in the back talking, and it's like it's blurred out. And then all I can do is pray in that moment, you know, because that's when it really hit me that it can end for me right here. Just one word, right? One name called and it can end for me. And that's the last thing I wanted. I've made it so far. And I just kept saying, God, you brought me here for a reason. I'm all the way here. Let's make it happen. And then my name is called and the emotions just flowed. And I think you guys can see that on my face.
Hoy is a certified personal trainer, studying to get her bachelor's degree in allied health. One of the main causes she is advocating for is health and education, which she told us about in an earlier interview.
I'm passionate about family, friendship, about health and fitness, and about education. I specifically believe that that the people that you surround yourself with really shapes who you are, and that is why I'm really grateful for my circle, my husband, my friends, and my family members. And I also believe that education is, it sounds cliche, but education is the key in order to make it out of any situation, in order to climb higher, to become a better version of yourself. You need to keep educating yourself, whether that's in school or in a more non-traditional environment.
Hoy said that she is advocating to bring awareness to health and fitness in communities in Southside Belize City, such as Port Loyola, where she grew up. Hoy said that she is grateful that the pageant embraced diversity in its participants this year, opening the doors for married and older women to compete.
They took off the rule that they had about married women, so now I can finally push forward and achieve the dream that I always had as a little girl growing up. But, you know, growing up in the south side of Belize City, I never really thought that I could ever be a beauty queen. You know, I was just focused on survival and, of course, making it into a better environment. So with my newfound discovery and confidence, and with the education that I've accumulated over the past couple of years, I was confident that I can put my best foot forward and represent this country.
Brittany Gordon for News 5.
Up next, Belizean pro boxer Amir Rudan adds TKO win to his record.
Upcoming enhancements to My Social Security. The new healthcare provider feature seamlessly connects healthcare providers, insured persons, and employers to facilitate the payment of sickness benefits. Here are the enhancements. Registered healthcare providers will create and submit online medical certificates using their healthcare provider accounts. Insured persons will receive a link to view the medical certificate to complete and submit their sickness benefit claim. And employers will receive an email notification of their employee's sickness claim. Also, the insured person and their employer will receive a copy of the claim decision letter after review. Healthcare providers, insured persons, and employers are encouraged to create a portal account to access and benefit from these new services on My Social Security at ssbportal.org.bz. My Social Security online portal. Social Security at your fingertips.
For 19 years, SMART has been the pulse of our nation. A journey of growth, innovation, resilience, and unity.
From the first call that bridged distances to the data that brought us closer than ever, SMART has been there, weaving threads of connection across our beautiful land.
We have been active in providing innovative solutions to enhance our customers' lifestyles. Over the years, SMART has developed and provided various services to meet customers' needs.
To the dreamers, doers, and the believers, thank you for making SMART a part of your story. For 19 years of trust, loyalty, partnership, and shared experiences.
As we celebrate 19 years of connecting lives and dreams, let's keep the rhythm alive. Together, let's continue to shape our future one connection at a time.
Come and be a part of the SMART family, where we empower you and our country today, tomorrow, and beyond.
SMART, bringing people together.
We all know about the phasing out of single-use plastics and the enactment of pollution from the plastics regulations. One of the key components in this regulation states that for an item to be considered biodegradable, it must consist of more than 50% of bio-based content. Here, you will find out how the Department of the Environment determines what items meet the criteria and what equipment is being used to guide that process.
Since 2019, the Department of the Environment has been working with CFAS
in doing microplastics. Through this project, CVAS has donated 2 microscope Fourier transform infrared spectroscopy equipment to strengthen capacities on monitoring and enforcement to reduce marine litter and plastic pollution. The FTIR can be used to identify unknown materials. The Department of the Environment will use the equipment to determine the composition of single-use plastics and biodegradable products to enforce the environmental protection, pollution from plastics regulations.
While we have a long way to go with the implementation of the pollution from plastics regulation, having this equipment is one step closer. For more information on what's being done about biodegradables and ways you can help, visit our website at www.doe.gov.bz.
Good night and welcome to another edition of Sports Monday. I am Paul Lopez. We begin tonight's coverage with highlights from one of the nation's most promising young boxers, Amir Rudon. He currently boasts a 7-0 pro run. He added the 7th win to his record on Saturday night against Mexican boxer Ruben Reyes by way of technical knockout. We heard from the young phenom today about his first stoppage in the first round.
It happened very fast. I wasn't expecting it, but while I went in there in the first round, I realized that I hurt him with a left hook to the body, and then I capitalized on it by landing like 2 or 3 more, and then he went down after that.
How prepared are you for those types of moments?
Physically, due to my training that I've been doing, I'm very prepared. So the fight was scheduled to go 6 rounds. So it was an early night for me, but I appreciate it nevertheless.
Tell me what that felt like. There's an iconic picture being shared of you standing with your hands in the air and this guy seeking help in the background.
In the most humble way, it feels good. It feels good, most definitely knowing that your hard work is paying off, and it means a lot to me and my team and the country.
From boxing, we move into some basketball action. It was an electric weekend for basketball as the BEBL nears its 2024 playoffs. On Thursday night, the Venice Belize Hurricanes took on the Cayo Western Ballers inside the Belize City Civic Center. The Hurricanes won that match, defeating Ballers 90-75 points. J.D. Weatherspoon and Mark Gordon fought valiantly for the Ballers. But in the end, they were no match for the muscles, height, and versatility that the Hurricane brings with guys like Sidibe Borama, Glenzie Lopez, Jamal Harris, and the rest of the team. Thursday night also saw the return of Kirk Shabba Smith Jr. We spoke with him after the game, as well as league MVP Victor Evans.
It feels good seeing friends and family, coaches, familiar faces, guys we battled with last year, come back to defend our championship. Feels good.
What do you feel you bring to this season?
Versatility. I can do a little bit of everything. These guys are already going. I just want to add to what they're doing and not, just contribute any way I can.
We've had a lot of downtime this year. Got a lot of games kind of in between each other. We'll have a game, then 3 weeks off. So we're really fresh. It hasn't felt like we even got through the season at all yet. It's still like the beginning still. So we're good to go. We're on and running right now. Regular season, we're not going to get too high on right now. I feel like we're doing what we're supposed to do just off of this talent, to be honest. Playoffs is what we're looking forward to. The end goal is the championship, so nothing really excites us unless we're hanging another banner.
Now let's move into some football action. The William Dawson Peace Cup hosted 4, not 1, 2, 3, but 4 playoff knockout games inside the MCC grounds. The first match of the day was between Tutbay FC and Westlake. It was win or go home inside the MCC grounds. The starting whistle is blown and the game is on. 32 minutes into this game, and this superb find by Steve Miles in front of the goal off the corner kick puts Tutbay FC on the scoreboard. And only 2 minutes later, Tutbay FC's Calvin Thompson sent the ball past the goalkeeper and into the net off a breakaway. The first half ended with 2-0. Midway into the second half, Westlake was awarded a penalty shot after this hard slide tackle inside the box. Ryan Simpson scored his team's first goal. A second penalty shot was awarded to Westlake 80 minutes into the game after another hard tackle, again in the penalty box. Simpson again capitalized and tied the game. With only 3 minutes left in regular time, the tables turned in favor of Tutbay FC, now on the receiving end of a penalty shot. It is a debatable call, but ultimately Devin Thornton sealed the deal for his team's trip to the semi-finals. The second match of the day between Lake IFC and Cesar Ridge FC ended in a penalty shootout. Regular time ended in a tie, 1-1. The match then went into 12 minutes of overtime, which also ended with a tie, 2-2. After 14 penalty shots between the two teams, the game ended in favor of Cesar Ridge FC. They too are moving to the semi-finals. Well, folks, that's all we have for you in tonight's coverage of Sports Monday. Catch you in the next one.
And that's the news. Tonight's broadcast is available at channel5belize.com, on our Facebook and on YouTube. I'm Sabrina Daly. Thanks for joining us, and from all of us here at News 5, good night.